Sponsored in part by the Saskatchewan pork producers. Pick pork, any meal, anytime. Naturally lean, packed with protein and versatile. For recipes, information, and more, visit saskpork.com or visit us on Facebook. #PickPork. You know, Harrison and I really enjoy cooking in the kitchen, and we want you to join us. So let's have some fun. Welcome to Cooked with Shaq. Welcome back. It's Cooked with Shaq, and thank you for joining us for season 4. Five. It's season 5 here on Cooked. What was that, camera guy? It's season 6. Okay, it's season 6 on Cooked with Shaq. I can't believe that we've been doing it for 6 seasons already.
It's unreal.
Thanks to you, our great viewers, for tuning in all the time on Shaw TV. Thanks to the Fifths today. Their EP is called Hot Denim, and we're going to be playing some of the tracks from this particular EP throughout the episode today. So, great Saskatoon band, so check them out when you can. Okay, so today, to start off season 6,
yeah.
We're going to tell you to stuff it.
Ooh.
Just stuff it, because that's what we're doing here today. We're going to stuff things with cheese. One of our favorite ingredients is cheese on Cooked with Shaq, and so we're going to do 2 recipes today. And actually, these recipes are Facebook recipes that you may have seen on Facebook. You know, you see those ones where you're kind of going through and all of a sudden there's a recipe that shows up. Well, we're going to try out a couple of them and actually see if they work, okay? We've done this kind of episode before, but there's a couple on there I wanted to really try out. One of them I actually have named the Bacon Bomb. The Bacon Bomb, right? And I've put one together already. I'm just going to show you what it looks like right there. It hasn't been cooked. Look at that's a bacon bomb right there. So what you do is you take a potato that's been baked, and then you hollow out the middle, you stick a piece of cheese in it, and then you wrap it in bacon, stick a couple of toothpicks in there, put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes or until the bacon is nice and crisp, and then you take some barbecue sauce and you splash some barbecue sauce all the way around it, put it back in the oven again, pull it out after a couple of minutes, and there you have it. But how you make them, you ask? Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring over our baked potatoes. These are already been baked, so they're nice and soft. And we will, basically all you do, you want to cut off a little bit on the bottom so that they stand up like that, because if you don't, they just fall over. Okay, so you're just going to take a little bit off the bottom. And so let me make sure they're going to stand up, and they do. Okay, so now you're going to take the top off. And the best way I find to hollow these babies out is to take one of these cores, an apple core.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then you just kind of stick it right down the middle, and it's really easy because it's already baked and it's nice and soft, right? So you just pull it out, and then you pull it out, and it's not pulling out. Of course it's not going to help. And keep pulling out. It's getting there.
Yeah,
it's getting there. Okay, so just keep on.
It's okay. I have all day.
But that's
all day
okay.
for
We've
the
got tons of time here.
Yeah.
Tons of time. And oh, for Pete's sake, now what we're going to have to do is go like this. That's okay. Use the back of a spoon if you have to. Whatever works.
Yeah. I'll be over here.
Yeah, whatever works for you. And then you just get all of it out of there. Okay, so now we've got that part done. Now what we want to do is we take a piece of cheese. Now make sure when you're using a cheese, you want a meltable cheese, and you want to make it kind of a sharper taste so that you have a lot of flavor in there, okay? So you take that piece of cheese and you pop it right in there just like that. Nothing to it, right?
It's like a glove.
Now what you do is you take your bacon. So here we go. Give me some bacon wrapping music, Harrison, my friend. Here we go. Just wrap that music. There we go. So you take it just like that, and then you go for the wrap all the way around. Make it nice and tight so that it stays on there. You grab yourself your toothpick, because we don't want to lose this, and you stick it right in there just like that, okay?
Wow.
Take your next piece of bacon and do the same thing. This time you're gonna wrap the top. Make sure it's nice and tight in there. And just about there, and take another toothpick. That's how you do it right there, just like that. And that is ready to go. The bacon bomb is ready to go. We've got 4 more to do, and we're gonna get those done right away. When we come back, we'll tell you all about the next recipe that we're going to do, but we'll also tell you how to finish these babies off too. So we're going in the oven with these. Come on back on Cooked with Shaq.
Sponsored in part by the Saskatchewan pork producers. Pick pork any meal, anytime. Naturally lean, packed with protein and versatile. For recipes, information, and more, visit saskpork.com or visit us on Facebook. #PickPork.
Welcome back, Cooked with Shaq, as we are stuffing our potatoes for our bacon bombs. And so we're down to our last potato here, and again, we're going to just hollow out the middle. And it was working so fine in the break, and of course it's not working that fine now.
Yeah, it was working just,
it was just doing
perfect.
So as soon as we come back, and of course with all you great people, it doesn't work. So anyway, just take the back of a spoon, it seems to work a lot better, and just hollow that out as best you can. Make yourself a nice, great big gap in there, because what we want to do, and this is a big potato too, this is a great big huge one, so what we're going to do now is take, that's exactly right. We're just going to stuff that. Tell you what, we're going to do that, we're going to stuff that, and we're going to stuff this right in the side like this.
Wow.
So we got lots and lots of cheese. Okay, now back to the bacon. And since this is a big potato, we're also going to be, we'll probably use 3 pieces of bacon, so whoever gets this one is going to be lucky.
Yeah, we could probably set that one aside for the starving musician over here.
Absolutely.
You know?
This one's all yours. Okay, and look at that. We have exactly the amount of bacon that we need.
Perfect.
So everything is working out just fine. Now remember, these are baked potatoes. If you're just tuning in, these are called bacon bombs. At least that's what I call them. They are baked potatoes already, so they're nice and easy to work with. And hollow them out. Fill them with any kind of cheese you want, whether it be a cheddar cheese or a jack cheese. Or this is just a really sharp cheddar that we're using, so you want something with lots and lots of flavor. So make sure you use that type of a cheese. If you use like a light type of cheddar cheese, there's not much, not a whole lot of flavor.
Shouldn't be in the same sentence.
Exactly,
light cheese.
That's right. It's got to be really sharp kind of cheese,
Yeah.
old cheese, right?
Right.
Okay, so there we go. We have got our bacon bombs ready to go. And basically what we're going to do now is we're just going to stick them in the oven again at 400 and let that bacon crisp up. So probably about a half hour is what you want, but just keep looking in there. If it's not quite crisp, put it in for a little bit more. If it's getting too crispy, then you can pull it out, as long as the bacon is done and it's nice and crispy, okay? All right, so that's done. Let's get to the next recipe. Quick wash of the hands, get rid of the bacon.
Of course.
So, what we're going to do now, and this is another recipe that I found on Facebook. Let me see if I can figure this out. It is cheeseburger stuffed onion rings.
Whoa.
Okay, you got that figured?
Wow.
Cheeseburger stuffed onion rings. And now what we're going to do, this is
Sounds complicated.
Clear off some of this stuff. It is a little bit complicated, but you know what? It's not going to be that bad. So what we're going to do is get all of our ingredients. We got, these are seasoned breadcrumbs. So any kind of breadcrumbs, if you want, you can get seasoned. This is kind of an Italian style. A couple of eggs in another bowl. A little bit of flour in another bowl. And a pound of ground beef, okay?
I'm glad I got this all prepped for you earlier. I'm glad that I came here early on the set and I did this all for Shaq.
We've got it all ready to go.
I mentioned it all out this time.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we got a little bit of salt. We got some garlic powder. We have a little bit of onion powder. And we have an onion. And what else do we have back here? Oh, we have barbecue sauce, but we'll work on that later. Okay, so now what we want to do, First off is cut the onions. So your onions, that's okay, it's all right. It's not, they're just gonna be big pieces, okay?
You know my eyes are sensitive.
And so we're gonna probably cut this onion into 4s, but they're gonna be fairly large pieces. Just like that. Okay, now what we want to do is separate them. Okay, so separate them into the rings, just like that. Now it depends on how far down, how small you want these to go. So I'm just going to do, that should be enough right like that. And then you have these ones. Just have to work them and they'll all come out. They'll all come out. Maybe I'm going the wrong way. Here we go, that's better. There, now you got some more onions, so we're gonna just take some of these. So we don't want tiny ones. We want just kind of medium size. Okay, so there's those. Oh, see, that was an easy one. Just like that. And like this. This is, this is gonna be a little bit more complicated than the last one. I'll tell you that right now. So, okay, so that should be good. That should be lots. We'll save you can save the potatoes for potato salad or something like that, or mashed potatoes. You can save the onions for something else a little bit later on. So don't throw that away. Just keep it all in a bowl.
Good food right there.
And we're good to go. Yeah. Okay, so we've got that done. Now, what we're going to do is take the ground beef. We're going to take a little bit of this would be onion salt. So about a teaspoon of onion salt, about a teaspoon of garlic salt, or garlic powder that is. I'm going to take just a couple of pinches of maybe a half a teaspoon of salt, a little bit of pepper in there as well too. And then just, once that's done, we're going to throw on the rubber gloves.
Oh boy. Because
we don't want to get our hands, that's one thing, I like sticking my hands in the food and, and mix, because the best spatulas or the best mixer is your hands, right? I mean, that's the way to go. But I just don't like it gets all gushy.
Really?
Well, it's, and it gets all over your hands and everything like that. And I mean, it feels nice when you're in there and it's kind of therapy and whatever else.
You look pretty important with the gloves on, though, I have to say.
Well, thank you.
I mean,
all right, are we ready to go?
This is looking pretty intense.
And now, so we got all the ingredients in there. We just want to give it a good mixing around. See, that feels, it's very therapeutic.
It is.
Right?
It's you need like a little
it's just that's very nice.
Okay, so.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, probably carry on.
All right, so that's good. Ready to go. So now, tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to get everything all ready to roll, and we're going to come back in just a couple of seconds because we're going to show you how to assemble these, and we're going to show you how to cook them in oil, and we're going to be good to go with the cheeseburger stuffed onion rings. Plus, we got the bacon bombs going in the oven. We're coming back on Cooked with Shaq. Stay with us. I feel like Mickey Mouse.
Woo!
Hi, Minnie! All right. Okay, welcome back. Cooked with Shaq. It's the, what season? Sixth. It's sixth season, yes. Okay, and we're doing a couple of interesting Facebook recipes. We got our bacon bombs in the oven right now. They're getting all crisp up. The bacon and potatoes and the cheese is melting. It's going to be so good. Now what we're doing is we're going to do cheeseburger stuffed onion rings.
Yes.
Okay, this is what we have to do. We have to get a couple of eggs, and we want to make sure that We don't get any shells in there. So what is the rule?
A flat surface?
Flat surface. And then you don't get any shells.
That still doesn't work for me though. Every time.
Really?
And it's always a little teeny shell, right? That it's impossible to get out.
You know what the problem is? You're
teeny.
not giving enough oomph. If you tap it like this and try to dig your fingers in, that's the problem. What you have to do is you have to give it a good smack. Well, not a big smack, or else you're gonna have egg everywhere, but just a good and then it comes out just perfectly every time. All right, so we're gonna give these a whip. Whip them up. Whip it good.
I can't play that song, sorry, man.
Okay. That is donesy. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to assemble the cheeseburger stuffed onion rings. Never done before by me. So this is a new one, okay? We just want to make sure. The reason why we didn't do this beforehand is because we didn't want if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That means the Facebook recipe is a farce.
Okay.
We're just proving the Facebook recipe is either good or bad. Okay, so now we're going to take a little bit of hamburger. Let's grab a decent one here. And what we do is we make just a little kind of a boat. Just like that. Fill it up like that. Let's take a piece of cheese, stick that in there like that. Take another piece, or a little bit more hamburger. And then what we do is we put that over top like that. And we close it all in. And so far we have something that resembles a stuffed onion ring. But oh no, we're not done. See, so that looks pretty good, right? Think it looks all right?
That's
almost like a little pie. Now what we do is we take a little bit of flour, put it in the flour, put a little bit of egg on it.
It's like an assembly line here.
That's exactly what it is. And then we put our coating on just like that. And we're just going to put that off to the side. Simple, right? Nothing to this.
Can you like deep fry those things?
Yes. See, we're going to get to all that coming up in just a little bit.
Okay.
So now what we do is
I haven't seen this recipe, so this is all new to me.
We'll take another one of these here. Let's use this one here. And again, we're going to make a little bit of I think I have a little bit too much there. I don't want to put too much in there. See, now the thing is what I'm really curious about is it going to cook properly?
Yeah.
Because we've got all this hamburger in here, and it's not going to be that long in the oil. So, and it sounds like my dog would like to have some. She's smelling the bacon right now.
Yeah.
Okay. There we have our next little pie. Stick it in the flour. Do one of those. Get it in there.
I can see why you'd want to wear gloves now. That's
now,
a little easier.
there is a way that we do this that you don't end up with, both hands full of goo. You should be doing one hand is dry mix, one hand is wet mix. But I've messed that up completely. So we're going with two gooey hands. So shoot me.
Well, that's how Mickey Mouse would do it, right?
Exactly, that's right.
Something like that.
All right, and who cares? We get a little bit of breadcrumbs in here. It doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, let's get to the next one. Same thing. A little bit of that. Put a big piece of cheese in there. A little bit more of this.
Yeah, see? This is, it's gonna be interesting when you get to the last one.
Yeah,
Exactly. Is there?
It's gonna be one big goo.
How much beef is really in that bowl?
There won't be any more beef. It'll just be breadcrumbs and egg. All right, there we go. That's a beauty right there.
Yeah, that's a good size.
That's a good looking one. Okay, a little flour, a little egg, and a little bit of breadcrumbs. Okay. So far, so good. I'm gonna do one more. We're gonna take a break and we'll finish these up. We'll just show you one more time how to do it properly. A little bit of cheese. A little bit of more hamburger. Then on top like that.
I could watch you do this all day.
Yeah, you kind of. You can watch pretty much anybody work all day, couldn't you?
Yeah, really. I mean.
All right, so there we go. There's that one. Flour.
Do you kind of have an ETA on this, like when things are going to be ready, your chef?
Are you getting hungry?
Well, I'm just waiting around a little bit here.
Look at that. Okay, so we got 4 done. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more to go. We're going to do that during the break. Come on back on Cook with Shaq. These are cheeseburger stuffed onion rings. Our bacon bombs are in the oven. We're going to get these done. We're going to show you how to deep fry them, and away we go. Come on back. Cooked with Shaq.
Sponsored in part by the Saskatchewan pork producers. Pick pork any meal, anytime. Naturally lean, packed with protein and versatile. For recipes, information, and more, visit saskpork.com or visit us on Facebook. #PickPork.
Welcome back. It's Cooked with Shaq. Today it is season 6. It is the start of the brand new season, and we are doing some interesting recipes that we found on Facebook. We're just basically testing them out to make sure that they're actually going to work, okay?
Yeah.
So what we've done is something called a bacon bomb. The bacon bombs right now are cooking in the oven. It is a baked potato, hollowed out, stuffed with a piece of any kind of cheese, whether it be jack cheese or cheddar cheese, whatever you want to put in there, wrapped in bacon, and then baked and back in the oven again. And then when they come out, we're going to baste them with some more barbecue sauce, put them back into the oven. Oh, are they going to be good? The second recipe, cheeseburger stuffed onion rings, okay? So they got burger, they got cheese, they got the onion ring. It's all breaded in Italian bread, the seasoned breadcrumbs. And now we're going to put them in the oil. If you've got a deep fryer, great. If not, just use kind of a skillet, kind of a pan with higher walls on it so oil doesn't fly everywhere. So let's get these things into the oil right now. And the oil should be about 350. Look at how those babies are going in there. That's nice. I guess we don't want to crowd the pan too much, so I'm just going to put one more in after this. We'll save that last one for later. The reason why is that, you know what, we could probably put that last one in. You don't want to cool off the oil too much by putting in something that's kind of cool, like room temperature will cool off the oil, and you want it to be nice and hot so that you get nice and crispy. If you get too much coolness of the oil in there, then what happens is it gets all kind of soggy, and you know, you've had that deep fried, where it's sometimes it's kind of dripping with oil and it's kind of
really
soggy and it's not crispy or anything like that. Anyway, so we're gonna let those go for probably about 3 or 4 minutes on each side. And if you want to check them out, you can pull one out, cut it, and see if the hamburger is cooked and see if the cheese is melted. If the cheese is melted, the hamburger is going to be cooked, okay? So we're just going to let those go for a little bit now and see what happens. Look at that, nice golden brown. These are just about done. These are the cheeseburger stuffed onion rings. But right now, we want to take out our bacon bombs. Take a look at this. And this is why we call them bacon bombs, because they kind of look like it. There, take a look at this.
Whoa.
Check that out, huh?
That's awesome.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we want to take a little bit of barbecue sauce. And we want to just barbecue sauce all the way around. Look like little bacon hand grenades, don't they? See?
That's great. I like how the cheese just melts on the top.
Yeah, and look at that. I'm gonna put a little bit more barbecue sauce on there like that. Barbecue sauce them babies up. And feel free to put as much barbecue sauce as you want on there. One more of the big guy. Big guy needs lots. Look at that, hey? Oh, ho, ho, wow. Man, that's looking good. Man, that is looking good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's done. I put these back. And now let's get them back in the oven for another maybe 5 minutes max. These are good to go. And we're coming back in just a couple of minutes. We're going to plate everything up. And oh, are we going to have some supper tonight on Cooked with Shaq. Welcome back, it's Cooked with Shaq, and today we were doing some Facebook recipes, and it looks like so far everything is turning out just fantastic. We have got, take a look at these right here. They're resting on some paper towel just to get rid of some of the excess oil. We just took them out of the hot oil. That is the cheeseburger stuffed onion rings, and now we go in and get the bacon bombs. Look at these babies right here. Oh, yes.
Wow, man.
Look at that. That barbecue sauce on there.
That's a great finishing touch.
The cheese inside, baked potato. Look at how that bacon has just kind of wrapped itself around.
Yeah.
It looks like a bacon bomb is what it is. So that's ready to go. So what we'll do, let's take a look and first off and see how these things turned out. Mm-hmm. Let's grab a good one here. Let's take this one. Put it down right there. All right, here we go. Let's cut into this and see what happens. Ho, 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 ho. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Turned out awesome. Look at that cheese just melting in there. That's a cheeseburger stuffed onion ring right there, folks. Now, real quickly, you want a sauce, a quick sauce to go with it. This is my own creation. You get a little bit of ketchup. Very simple. Ketchup and hot sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Just throw in some hot sauce right there.
So we did it. Cheese, bacon, hot sauce.
We did it, a whole thing. It's all there. And let's see if I can make some kind of a fancy swirl here. Let's get rid of that. And let's just do a fancy swirl. Not the fanciest swirl in the world, but how's that? How's that look?
It's all about the presentation.
Nice. Okay. Oh, we can't forget about the bacon bombs. Here, let's take a look at this. Which one should we take?
The big one.
You want the big one?
Yeah, put it on there.
Here comes the big one right there. Wow. Now what we do is we take out all of the toothpicks. And there's your bacon bomb. And you know what? We also have a little bit of, I don't have any sour cream, but we have a little ranch dressing here. Let's just do a little bit of ranch on top and have that kind of ooze its way down the side. Look at that, hey? It's all ready. The cheeseburger stuffed onion rings, the bacon bomb, it's done. We'd like to thank the Fifths, their EP Hot Denim. Thanks for joining us on our sixth season of Cooked with Shaq. Join us again next time. We'll see you then.
Sponsored in part by the Saskatchewan pork producers. Pick pork any meal, anytime. Naturally lean, packed with protein and versatile. For recipes, information, and more, visit saskpork.com or visit us on Facebook. #PickPork.